Hi, my name is Jay Matharu and this is Lick of the Week. Hi, it's Jay back with Instrupad to give you another lick. This week's lick is a fusion based lick around a kind of C7, C dominant chord, but you could use it over a C power chord in most contexts, depending how far you want to go outside with the harmony. The lick is a mixture of pentatonic, mixolydian and diminished scales, or diminished arpeggio, and we've got some string skipping, alternate picking going on here as well, and some slides. So without further ado, here's the lick. So we're going to begin here at the 10th fret on the B string, down to the 8th fret on the G string, 10th fret on the D string, going to roll or pivot to 10th fret on the G string, 8th fret on the G string, and back to the 10th fret on the D string. Now that's our first section there. So in effect what we have here is we're starting on the 6th of the mixolydian scale, going down to the minor 3rd. Now as I've said before, in blues music you tend to have this big tension between the minor 3rd and major 3rd, which gets used a lot. So even though this lick is based around a kind of C7 chord, which is a major chord, we have that minor 3rd, which fits really nicely over that. You can also think of this as, that note is coming from the minor pentatonic scale. Right then, so the next part of the lick, we're going to play the major 6 again. So that's the 7th fret of the D string, moving up to the 10th fret of the D string, down to the minor 3rd on the G string, and then we're going to play the 10th fret on the G string. So we have these 4 notes. So like I said, here we have our major 6 again, and our major 3rd again. These notes, the octave and the 4th. So those 2 sections together first. Okay, so the next section then, what we're going to do here is we're still continuing straight 8th notes from the last section. Okay, so what we have here essentially is we have the major 3rd going to the 6th and then back to the major 3rd. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move it up in minor 3rds. So that shape, if we count up a minor 3rd, which is 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, playing the same thing there, 1, 2, 3, and then we're just going to stay there on the 16th fret. So when I'm playing this lick, I'm thinking of the diminished scale. So that note also comes from the diminished scale, as does that one. So this is the half-whole diminished scale. So I suggest you go learn that. And as we've touched upon before, the diminished scale, you can move it in minor 3rds. And it just becomes an inversion of itself, or another scale shape of itself. So that gives us that part of the lick. So the next section, we're going to play a diminished arpeggio. We're going to play the 14th fret on the G string, going to the 17th fret of the G string, and then landing on the 17th fret of the high E string. Now our diminished arpeggio normally looks like this, but we're going to just skip up those two notes there. So in effect we're playing the root of the diminished scale, the minor third and an octave. And then, lo and behold, we're going to move down a minor third and play the same thing. So that's the 11th fret on the G string, 14th fret of the G string, and 14th fret of the high E string. Going to move down to the 11th fret, 13th fret on the B string, 12th fret on the G string, and then we've got a little ghost note here, grace note, where we're going to basically hammer on from the 11th fret to the 13th fret on the B string. So that whole section again. Okay, so let's put the whole lick together. Okay, so some variations with this lick. What we can do is we can add more of the diminished scale into our lick, or more of the mixolydian scale, or more of the pentatonic scale. So a couple of ideas here. If we take this section of the lick, where we got that major sixth, what we could do is we could maybe continue up the diminished scale and then come back into a minor pentatonic lick. Okay, so another idea is to just mess around with the diminished arpeggio. You can move it along with your different positions of the minor pentatonic scale. So for example, we could take this position here. Okay, that's a few ideas you can use with this lick. As always, learn the lick, come up with your own versions of it, use some of the ideas, like you don't have to play the lick completely verbatim, you know, mess around with adding diminished scales and diminished arpeggios into your blues chord progressions or your fusion chord progressions or jazz, wherever you have like a C7 chord. And yeah, give us a tag on social media at Jay Matharu _guitar or at Instrupad, and I will see you for the next installment shortly. Bye now!